Around 100 species of snake live on the Pacific island of New Guinea. 26 are venomous. People here are terrified of all of them. I'm Mark OShea, known here as Fauna, the man with power over snakes, a magic man. In fact, I'm a zoologist specialising in reptiles, and I'm here to catch one of the most dangerous snakes of all. Oh, we got one! The New Guinea small-eyed snake is a silent, deadly hunter. Hidden by the island's long grass, it can kill those who cross its path. There's no specific anti-venom for its bite, and that's the main reason I'm here, to collect venom so scientists can investigate an effective cure. Papua New Guinea, or PNG, is half of the largest island in the Pacific. It's home to an incredible diversity of snakes, and many people are bitten by them. When I first came here, I tried to show local people how to identify deadly snakes. So before setting off on my quest for small-eyed venom, I want to pick up where I left off. What's all the tears? Are you scared? I've had breakfast, you're all right? Last time I was here, none of these little uns were born. I last came to Kanini village 14 years ago. I caught dangerous snakes and taught the villagers about them. In return, I was honoured with the title Fauna, the man who has power over snakes. Thank you very much. Honourable. Nice to meet you. Ya
So we welcome you back to the culture again.
Thank you. Oh, it's so nice to come back. Well, it looks like a thriving village you got here, Councillor.
Well, the old people have gone now. We're not taking over. The next generation is now on our hands. We're taking over and we're handing over to our children.
Absolutely. This is the way of the world. Thank you for your welcome. So many snakes are caught here. They thought I attracted snakes. Of course I don't. It got to the point where I was catching 4 or 5 snakes a day. Tree snakes, mud snakes, whip snakes, the occasional python, Papuan black snake in the school latrine. Yes, it is the same. When I came in, the snake was actually underneath these slats, and I had to remove some of the slats, get a grab stick to the snake and pull him out. I managed to turn around without him getting me and then come out the door and everyone's applauding, you know. It's not often you get a round of applause from a whole village when you walk out of the toilet. There are 7 species of venomous snakes in this area alone. Kanini is a day away from supplies of antivenom, so it's essential that villagers are able to identify the snakes that can kill them. That's where I come in. Papuan black snake over there. The boys say they've seen a Papuan black snake. Every black snake here gets called a Papuan black snake, but if it's a genuine one, it's a very rare and very highly venomous snake. I've only ever caught one in my snake catching career. I'd like to get another one. Where? Is he far?
No,
just in the village. Excellent. He stop. It's not a Papuan black. It's a whip snake. He's got big eyes. Papuan black snake's eyes aren't as big as this. If he bites, it causes pain, and you may be sick, but these do not kill people. If I wasn't here, it would have been killed. They'd confused it with the Papuan black, a very dangerous snake linked to black magic and superstition. Ah, you're doing tattoos again?
Yes.
On my last visit, capturing the Papuan black from the school toilet earned me this tribal tattoo. Thank you, Lala, thank you.
Thank you.
There's a big snake. There's a
He will
big,
take you. He will.
big snake.
Yes.
Yes.
For you already.
Okay. To get to the snake, I have to go through the cemetery. You often get snakes around cemeteries because people often leave food for the dead for a period of several months. The food attracts rodents. The rodents attract snakes. You also have long grass, and it just is a place you find snakes. We're getting close now. Good. That's a Papua black snake. I can see that from here. That is the boy I'm after. And I don't want to lose it. He's a bit knocked off. He's quiet, but this is a Papuan black. This is a Papuan black. He's not very alert. I'm sure he can wake up pretty quick. Oh yes, you'd bite my boot, wouldn't you? Let's just catch you nicely. Gently, gently, gently. Where's the chap who saw him? You didn't hit him with a stick or anything? You didn't? You just... No. I think he's not... Something not quite right with him, but this is what I was after. That is a genuine Papuan black. These are really rare. I don't know why it was quite quiet. I was expecting to be a bit more aggressive. It's a very dangerous snake. I'm trying to feel if it's got a back injury. I'm not getting a response from the tail at all. It's just not as alert and as aggressive as the species is supposed to be. I'd like to get him into a building and give him a bit more of a veterinary examination, actually. The Papuan black had, after all, been hit with a stick. It died before I could treat it at the village. If people learn to identify harmful snakes and avoid them, maybe lives could be saved on both sides. That's the Papuan black snake. That is a whip snake. This fellow, if you compare, his eyes are much smaller and his head bigger. That's a Papuan black snake. I do understand the reasons why people will kill a dangerous snake around the village. Quite obviously, people will die from its bites. And if I'm not here, it's, perfectly acceptable that people would dispatch an animal like this because it is a risk. If anyone sees a live one, please tell me. We'll come and catch it. Being able to tell species apart can prevent deaths of both humans and snakes. But it won't help if you've already been bitten and there's no effective cure. This is the problem with the small-eyed snake, a deadly menace that chews its prey, repeatedly injecting venom into the wound. To find these snakes, I'm travelling to Kaka Island, off the north coast of Papua New Guinea. In the south, where I've just been, people wrongly fear many harmless snakes. But up here in the north of the country, the small-eyed snake is most definitely a snake that does and has killed people. A 14-year-old girl has just died from a snake bite on the volcanic island of Kaka. I suspect it was a small-eyed, as the general anti-venom she was given did not save her. Without a specific anti-venom, more people will die. I'm going to the hospital to find out what happened. This is the main road on Kaka, the ring road. And if somebody has been bitten by a snake, the only way to get to Gaobin Health Centre, where they have anti-venom, is on this road. Imagine having a snake bite and having to spend 2 hours or more going to hospital like this. And those 2 hours are crucial. Small-eyed venom can kill 4 hours after a bite. Gaobin Hospital has only 2 treatments of general snake antivenom on an island where every year around 50 people are bitten by snakes. If I can collect small-eyed venom, it will be the first step towards the effective cure that Dr. Peter Nausenberger needs.
Okay, I'll just show you the hospital pharmacy now. This is our only pharmacy for the whole hospital and Kaka Island, with about 48,000 inhabitants. So you see it's a small room.
The doctor told me that the girl who had died was bitten at night as she walked barefoot to the village toilet. She never saw the snake that bit her, but she developed jaundiced yellow eyes and bleeding gums, telltale signs of small-eyed bite.
We gave the anti-venom, but she slowly deteriorated and then went into a coma and died 3 days later.
Without venom for research, more islanders will die. Just after dawn on the volcanic island of Kaka, Papua New Guinea, workers are heading out to the island's coconut plantations, where the deadly small-eyed snake lives. The snake whose venom I've come here to collect. A byproduct of the coconut industry makes the perfect home for small-eyed snakes. The outer skins or husks of the coconuts are thrown into a big pile, which is left to decompose. And these husk piles are where the small-eyed snake lives. These workers are right in the snake's backyard. Only last month, a grass cutter died from a snakebite on this very plantation. This is a high-risk occupation. The guys are cutting the grass, and this is where the snakes are. And a lot of them are barefoot, and this is when people get bitten by the small-eyed snake. There are thousands of husk piles on this island, and each one of them is a perfect man-made microhabitat for the small-eyed snake. The small-eyed snake seems to move away from the disturbance. That's why we're working around the husk pile. Because if we just worked in from one side, every chance it'd move out the other side and disappear. But as we're working, it sort of winds up in the centre. These husk piles are also home to creatures that are the prey for the snake. Me like him. This is the skink I wanted to see here. This is one of my two favourite lizards in the whole world. This is a crocodile skink with You got one, Pla? Oh, yeah, all right. Things are going to come thick and fast. Crocodile skinks don't just look cute, they sound it as well. Of over 1,000 species of skinks, these are one of the few with a voice. Voicing his disapproval. All right, she'll be all right. You're too beautiful to eat. It's a whip scorpion, a vinegaroon. It might look pretty terrible, but it's perfectly harmless. We got skink, we got scorpion, and we got displat. It's a land crab. Tropical land crabs generally hatch in the sea. This little fella scuttled a mile from the shore to this husk pile.
Hey, snakey.
Snakey stuff?
Yeah.
White-pla? No. Yeah. Cat snake. I mean, no poison too much. Am I all right?
Yeah,
Am I all right? Right. And this snake feels like it's laying eggs. That's what it's doing in here. Because this is a tree snake. Look, he's a bit angry now. Thank you. I know all about your bite. She is mildly venomous, but she's not dangerous to man. She's not too impressed, are you? It's the first snake on Kaka, so it's a good start. Oh, you are cross. You can see that she gave me a good bite then on the hand. Kaka, you. Ah, she kissing me, oh, and she kissing me. Look, now the fangs go in, you see. You bad girl, she's very angry now. She get you too? We die together.
Yeah.
I'll put her in a bag. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a small-eyed snake. This morning, our usual car hasn't turned up. Whoop. Come on, Key. Be nice to me. Anyone heard a hot wire one of these? No danger of anyone stealing this off your drive. Someday, all cars will be made like this. And the rearview mirror is pointing at the ceiling. Welcome to Kaka Island Jalopy Hill Climb. Brilliant. Yeah, as if by magic. There's the keys. But we're still going. In a manner. Break the bag up. I was coming down here right behind the other vehicle carrying a lot of the plantation workers, and the brakes failed completely. I'd got nothing. So I started just to run on with the gradient towards the other vehicle. The only thing I was able to do to stop us hitting the other vehicle was to bounce it off that side and then shove it up that bank so that the actual earth stopped our downward locomotion. The brakes are totally buggered up, to use a classic pidgin word. Our search for small-eyes is on foot from here. I'd like to get a half-dozen small-eyed snakes on this trip. More would be brilliant. But we haven't got one live one yet, so right at this minute, I'd just like one. Finding anything? No? No finding. Yeah? Found something. Yeah, it's, they flushed a rat. We won't find a snake in here now because there's a rat in the husk pile. And as I've been told in the past, if you find a rat, you won't find a snake, presumably based on the fact that if it was a snake, it would have eaten the rat. Skin blong snake, good. This is, yeah, it's belly skin. This is just too wide to be cat snake. The only thing I think this skin can be off is a very large, small-eyed snake. If it's not in here, it might be close by. Right, okay, let me come in the centre now. Shed snakeskin decays within days, so the small-eyed has been here very recently. It's gone, but it's gone where? That was our best chance yet, and it didn't pay off. Asking local people confirmed that the snakes are most active around dusk.
Most of them snakes come out at around 6, in between 6 and 8.
Yep, that's right.
By 9 and 10, you won't hardly see any snakes.
They're gonna go. Yep, that's right. We don't have much light left. This is virtually our last possible day. The small-eyed snake sleeps in husk piles during the day. At dusk, it starts to hunt in the long grass, and I'll have even less chance of catching it then. Yeah? Come in. I found something. Hey? It is, you've got one. There's a white snake. We got him, we got him, we got him, we got him. Am I right? We got one. We got one. That's him. We got him by tail. Headed step. Okay. 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 Am I right? Don't machete. We got him. We got him. We got him. And now. And now. Oh, we got one! Hey, and it's a good sized one. I just hope he didn't waste too much poison. KK,
from this one.
Hey! 11th hour? Yeah, man, you'd like me, wouldn't you? Where'd everybody go? That's a dangerous snake. And look, it's biting the stick. Right. What I want to do... Look. There we have it now. We have it now. at last, and you don't know how relieved I am, how much blood, sweat and tears, boy, we have worked for this. Hey?
Yes.
We're working pretty hard to get this snake, yeah? This is the snake we've been looking for. There you are. You finding one more snake stop? Oh my God! What kind?
It's not a snake, it's a rat.
Rat. A rat? That belies the idea that where you find a rat, you don't find a snake. One time out hunting with these guys, I was offered a rat drumstick. I was so pleased I brought sandwiches. It's a start, but one small-eyed snake might not produce enough venom for research. Then comes word from another plantation that workers have found what they say is a death adder. No harm in checking it out. Let me go inside the bamboo. Oh, you put him inside bamboo, yeah? Yeah. This is how you get dead snakes, this is. Why you had to stick it in a piece of bamboo is beyond me. Small-eyed snake. It's not a death adder, it's a small-eyed snake, because he's just wedged himself in now. It's going to be very interesting getting that out of there. We're nearly through here. There it is. Well, it's quite quiet, isn't it? Decent size. I can't see any wounds. It seems fine and undamaged. So, thank you for finding me this snake. When this snake recovers, I'll have 2 snakes from which to milk venom. This is a Petri dish covered in parafilm. And it's to resemble my tissues. He thinks he's going to bite me. I hope he's not. I want him to bite this. Massaging the venom glands at the back of the head encourages it to expel more venom. The small-eyed snake bites with considerable tenacity and it injects quite a lot of venom. A bite from a snake of this size could quite easily end fatally. There's some venom. There's some running down inside now. We've got a little venom there. Enough to kill someone, and maybe enough to save some lives. The venom is on its way to the lab, but my boat is worse than the car. I should be on my way back to the Madang mainland, but we've run out of fuel. Hasn't been my week, really. All right. Cat snake. Let me only lick poison snake. Let me got lick poison. Snake. Ground boa. Sleeping.